Hey everyone, so for those of you who don't know by now, I'm doing college from home this semester, and probably next semester too, if I'm being honest with you. And of course I'm bummed out because I won't be able to see my friends and I'm not in Chicago, but probably the thing that I miss the most is the views. And here's what I mean by that. When I'm back at college, I have so many opportunities for videos. I can do a college move-in video, I can do a dorm tour, I can do a day in the life, and they all do pretty well view-wise. And judging by how my last video performed, people tend to prefer the videos where I'm actually at college than when I'm not. And one of the most popular forms of college-related videos is the classic dorm room tour. And I think what I envy the most about the people who are at college right now is that they're able to make these types of videos. They're able to film these dorm room tours and they're able to get all these views while I'm just sitting here not getting views. So that's kind of depressing. But since I'm desperate for views, I am going to give you a dorm room tour. And by dorm room tour, I mean I am going to show you my parents' basement because that's where I am right now. Alright, so these are the steps to get down to the basement. I know, really exciting. So as you can see, before we get to the basement, there is a life-size drawing of me. I think this is supposed to be me. I think so. Also, I don't know why my face looks like this. I'm pretty sure I didn't look like this when I was in second grade, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I was really talented as a kid, judging by this awesome drawing. Here we have one of these cool biblical paintings. I'm blurring half of this because I don't want to get demonetized from YouTube. Now, if we make our way over here, we have this like cool little closet thingy, and this closet actually gives me a lot of memories. So when I was about 4 or 5, my parents signed me up for swimming lessons, and I'll be honest with you, I hated these. Like, I did not like them at all. But now looking back on it, I'm very gracious that I learned how to swim and, you know, all that stuff. But as a kid, I remember one day my sister and I really didn't want to go to swimming lessons, so we hid in this closet, and it actually fooled them for the most part, but then they found us hiding in here, so then we had to go anyway. But I also remember hiding in here multiple times when I was like 4 or 5, which is weird because after we were caught the first time, my parents knew where we were hiding, but we would just keep going in here anyway. So yeah, I wasn't the smartest 4-year-old in the world. I'm still not very smart now, but that's besides the point. So here we have the community bathroom, which is just mine because I'm the only one who lives in here. And this is one of the good things about having my own place is that I have the bathroom all to myself, except when my parents come down here occasionally. But for the most part, I have this place all to myself. So as you can see, we have all the necessities: deodorant, hand sanitizer, toothbrush, toothpaste, etc. We got toilet paper, backup toilet paper, backup toilet paper, a towel that's not really neatly put on there. And if you come over here, we have like all this kind of miscellaneous stuff that I never use anyway, except Bob the Builder is here too, so that's pretty cool. I was a big fan of Bob the Builder growing up, still am, I still watch it occasionally. And over here we have this kind of scary room, which I was terrified of as a kid, by the way. You see, Eric, this isn't that bad. This isn't that scary. Okay, I'm getting kind of nervous. I'm gonna leave. Also, there's 2 ladders over here for some reason. I don't really know why. But now we finally get into the actual basement. So here we have my sports and bobblehead shrine, which I'm not really gonna bore you with because I don't think you guys really like sports that much anyway. But I think one of the highlights is this bobblehead that doesn't have an arm, like he's just missing an arm for whatever reason. Which I guess isn't really that big a deal because he still has his throwing arm, so he doesn't really need this arm anyway, so that's cool. And I have a bunch of autographs from when I was a kid. I would go to baseball games and beg players to sign a ball for me, so there they are there. I don't remember who signed these. I have a giant picture of the world for whatever reason. I don't know why my dad got that. Got a bunch of board games that are missing pieces, so you can't really play them anymore, and it's not like I have anyone to play with them anyway because my parents don't really talk to me. Here we got a bunch of like miscellaneous toys, got some old books, got some Bob the Builder stuff like that. Now over here we have all the Lego minifigures I used to have as a kid, so we have like Indiana Jones, Patrick Star, and we got some like baseball cards and a bunch of other boring stuff that you probably don't care about. Here's where I keep a lot of my sports equipment. As you can see, this is the bat that I used when I used to play baseball. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering if I was good at baseball as a kid, and I'll be honest, I wasn't very good. But the thing is that I played baseball on like some pretty bad teams. No offense to my former teammates. Let's be honest, we all weren't very good. But I played baseball on some pretty bad teams, and sometimes I would be one of the better players on like our really awful team, which is really saying a lot because, as I said, I wasn't very good, but I haven't swung a baseball bat in like 6 years ever since I retired when I was 14. And by retired, I mean I didn't make the high school team, so I just stopped playing. Now my hands are really dirty from touching that baseball bat, so I'm gonna go wash my hands. So here we have some miscellaneous clothes. Sometimes when I'm like done using clothes and I'm too lazy to bring them back upstairs, I just kind of throw them over here. So let's just get these out of the way. So here we have a giant calendar that I bought to keep myself organized, but what I didn't realize is that it was for January 2021, so I won't be able to use this for a few more months. As you can see, we have a trash can over here, and not even 15 feet away, we have another trash can over there. So I don't know why they're so close to each other. So now we have probably my favorite part of the dorm room, which is the bed. And this bed is also kind of broken, like as you can see. I don't think it's supposed to do that. We have this nice soft blue blanket over here, which I use to sleep with. And we have these truck pillows. I still use this because it's a comfortable pillow. Please don't make fun of me. And also, I think this is my sister's pillow too, because I needed another one and I just went to her room and stole this one. So Sabrina, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. And above my head as I sleep is the classic Eric Moran Films poster that my sister made for me when I was like 13 or 14. As you can see, back in the day, I used to make challenge videos. So this was like saying that I do challenges, comedy, and more. And now I just do comedy, or I try to do comedy is probably a better way to put it. And I actually made this logo. I'm pretty proud of this logo. This used to be the logo that I would use, and then I just stopped using it because people said it wasn't good and it kind of hurt my feelings. But I'm pretty proud of it. So now we're gonna make our way over to my workspace. This is where all the magic happens. As you can see, this kind of table that I have here isn't really sturdy. Like, I don't know if you guys see that. It's kind of uneven. Every time I sit down here, I have to be really careful because I'm worried I'm accidentally gonna knock one of the pegs and the thing is just gonna fall. So that's pretty terrifying. But yeah, this is the computer that I use for all my Zoom classes. This is the mouse that I use. This is the microphone that I use for Zoom calls and stuff like that. I also use a pillow because I have back problems and I don't like putting my back up across this thing. So here we have my Zoom background. I strategically placed these objects to make it look like that I'm cool or whatever. So I have a Star Wars bobblehead to prove that I'm kind of cultured. I got a few sports bobbleheads to prove that I'm athletic, which I'm not. And I also got the Eiffel Tower because, I don't know, I thought it looked cool. And as you can see over here, we have a Bionicle shrine. I used to be obsessed with Bionicles as a kid, and this is kind of where I display them. Now, sometimes when I'm on Zoom calls, I accidentally have the camera turned over here. And it's happened a few times when in class that I had this as my background. And I was really self-conscious about it at first. Like, I was really paranoid. I'm like, what if people are gonna judge me? And now I don't really care. So occasionally I'll switch it up and I'll make this my background, because if you're making fun of someone for having a hobby or having things that they like, you're just kind of a loser. So I don't really care. And as you can see, we just have a baby that's just kind of chilling over there. So as you can see here, we have a calendar, which actually helped up until September 17th when I just abruptly stopped using it. And I've actually noticed that I've started to forget about assignments ever since I stopped using a calendar. Go figure, I guess. Over here we have 3 guitars. These aren't mine. They're my dad's. I don't know how to play them or do anything like that. I wish I could. I think that would be cool, but I don't really have the patience. Over here we have a Thomas alarm clock because that's one of my favorite shows. And here we have a doll that's just kind of laying down. I guess they're tired or something. And over here we have a globe of the world. And then next to it we have a picture of the world. I don't know why we need like both of these and why they're right next to each other, because, you know, we clearly don't need both of them. And now we're concluding on our tour. I know, very upsetting. But here we have a storage room that I don't really want to go inside right now because it's really dusty and disgusting. So there you go. This is the storage room. But yeah, this is my college dorm room, or my parents' basement. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Also, comment. What do you think about my setup? Where are you living this semester? What does your setup look like? Also, I will say, please stop leaving comments about my hair telling me to cut it. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna keep growing it out. So if you type any comments about my hair, I might have to ban you from my channel. So please don't do that. But thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.
Eric Moran Films, the golden child, we going up. How many subscribers, but enough, never enough. We can show you how to stunt, climb the ladder, so my vision to the heaven up above. Let me show you how to back when, I'm talking way back when. Flip the script and take the hate with a grain of sand.